Hi everybody, I'm Graham Nash, and right now we're at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. And about 10 months ago, there was an exhibit of Paul Simon, a personal exhibit of his with his handwritten lyrics and some of his guitars and stuff. And I said to the people here at the Rock Hall of Fame, I said, you know, this is a really beautiful exhibit. How proud Paul must be. It's really great. And they said, well, good, because you're next. I said, what? They said, yeah, we'd like to do you next. So I got a bunch of stuff from what I've been collecting all my life, and things from the Hollies and the Buffalo Springfield and the Byrds, and my art and my photography and guitars and handwritten lyrics. And I got to tell you, I'm thrilled. They have done such an incredibly wonderful job of presenting me not just as a musician, but as an artist who wants to speak his mind. And I live in a country, America, and I've been an American citizen for about 35 years, where we get to speak our minds. And nobody has to agree, but at least we get to speak our minds. And this exhibit at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is going to thrill people. I know that if you're ever a fan of the music of the Hollies or the Springfield or the Byrds or CSN or CSNY, you're going to love this exhibit. I'm thrilled to death.
Can you talk about your photography a little bit? I think your very first photo is included, right?
I've been a photographer longer than I've been a musician. The portrait of my mother, which is over there, I took when I was 11 years old. So I've been making photographs a long time. I didn't start making music until I was 13. So I've been a photographer longer, and there are many of my images, and they reflect what was happening to me. There's my portrait of Neil, my portrait of Johnny Cash, my portrait of Crosby, my portrait of Bob Dylan, Jerry Garcia, Joni, Mama Cass, who was incredibly important in my life. If I had never met Mama Cass, my entire life would have been totally different. I'd never met David, I'd never met Stephen or Neil or Joni. What a lucky man I am.
Talk about some of the other items, lyrics, right? I think you have a set of lyrics from
The
Dylan.
very first thing that I sent to the Hall of Fame for this exhibit was Richard Nixon's resignation letter to Kissinger, right? So that's the first thing. There's the handwritten lyrics to My Country 'Tis of Thee, many of my own personal handwritten lyrics, some Bob Dylan handwritten lyrics. I'm looking right here, you know, behind this camera at the lyrics to Heart of Gold by Neil, handwritten. I'm a lucky man, what can I say?
What do you hope people get out of the exhibit?
I think that if they leave this exhibit smiling, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame have done their job. And I think that people will really love this exhibit, and I think they will leave knowing more about me, knowing more about the music of the 60s, knowing more about Woodstock, knowing more about David, Stephen, Neil, and Joni. They're going to go and leave this exhibit smiling. I know it.